Hello, friends. It's been a while. This is Julie with the Jewel Design, and oh my gosh, what, 2 weeks? I'm so sorry. It's been quite some time. I've been so busy with being a mom and kids, and very, very blessed, and thank you for everybody who's been visiting the shop recently. We are just going to town on things. Let me turn my heater off. It's been busy. I know everybody's getting ready for their holidays, and they're enjoying and loving the videos that Lorette at Vintage Paper Girl has been doing. So many wonderful ideas. Gail's done a few shout outs for us. So I'm really, really blessed and very, very thankful for all of your love and support and the orders. But when you have to run the business and you don't get to craft, which is sort of a bummer, or I've had 2 minutes maybe to crochet a coffee mug, and that's all I've had time to do. I have a diamond painting huge project that's all boxed up, ready to go. It's all been, organized, and it's sitting there. I've done this tiny little square of diamond painting out of this large 24 by 36 inch piece. So yeah, it's been pretty busy and pretty crazy. So I'm finally jumping on the Christmas bandwagon, or trying to, right? Thank goodness I started my December daily back, a little bit last January, and then we worked on it in July for Christmas in July kind of deal. So I figured I finally sewed in my 3 signatures. There's 60 pages to write on in here, way more than I need. Though I think it's going to definitely give me a lot of room to write something, put some photos in it, write something, put some photos in it. Very much more memory keeping type book journal this year. My December daily will not be a daily thing. It's going to be more of a, hey, this is what we did for prepping for Christmas, Thanksgiving weekend, which is so late this year. And then I might write a day or two here and there, and then it's, oh, hey, here's my daughter's 18th birthday with our big family gathering, which is both Thanksgiving and Christmas thrown in there. We get to do that. And then, so every 10 pages or so, I have stuff in between, like, I will be able to write and jot and put photos down and be a little more creative in that, more scrapbooky in a journal form for this December daily this year. And I made it in blue, I made it in snowflakes, all with my daughter in mind, very 18th, very upscale. And then she goes, well, I want a vintage Christmas. She wants a vintage, like, red and green Christmas theme for her birthday this year, since we are throwing Thanksgiving and Christmas in there. And I went, oh, so my photos are going to be so red and green in a very blue book. I was like, oh, I don't know. Because, like, I have Dashing Through Winter. I have Joey Cardmaker's Christmas Folks, which is right up the alley of what we're doing. So I'm really tempted. I don't know. I'm almost tempted to finish this one, guys, and sell it to whoever really loves snowflakes, who loves that blue wintry snowflake ordeal. Maybe we'll put it out there and see if there's any takers. If anybody would love a 60-page, hardcover journal for their, December, January daily writing, I will flip through it real quick. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't fit the theme of our year. And it's so funny because the past 2 years, I think I've done more. No, last year was Christmas. Last year I did a winter Christmas. It was my third, because I think we had that snowy winter volume 3. So I think I did a winter book last year. But the year before, I had done a vintage one. And so it's just like, oh, okay, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I think 2 years ago I did a vintage Christmas ordeal in a hardback book. Last year I did my Snowy Winter Volume 3. So like every other year I go back and forth between the blues and the red and green. So I guess I'm technically due for a red and green. But I don't know if I can get, Joey Cardmaker's journal together fast enough. I found fabric for it. I have all these beautiful pieces to work it, but maybe not on camera. So we'll see. I don't know. But real quick, I want to do a little Etsy share. Sorry, there's a lot of chat because I don't know if I have a lot of design on this end, but I wanted to chime in. I think it's been exactly 2 weeks today. This is, I think, a Wednesday. The 13th of November, and I think it's been 2 weeks. I think it was before Halloween I did something, and I haven't done anything since. And I'm so sorry. So, first off, Woodlands Inspired. I don't know if she still has them. I meant to look. I bought these a little bit ago. She had a decent amount. You can always ask, but she's doing a mystery Christmas postage stamp set. And she has all kinds of papers that she's using. And she has this gorgeous die cut that lets you have that perforated stamp look. And they're so cute. I love pulling them apart. And, no, baby boy. I know. What, do you want to come say hi? Do you want to come say hi? You gotta get rid of my stuff out of the way, though. You can't play with any of it. My new boy. Well, he's not supposed to be my boy. He's supposed to be my daughter's boy, but I don't know. Come say hi? There's my black and white. This is our tuxedo. He's got the extra thumbs. You're just showing him his backside. No one wants to see your backside. He headbutts. It's cute. But he's got the white mustache under his nose. Don't do that. What are you doing? You gotta be over here. White chest, white paws, a little bit of, like a long slipper in the back, but not quite a full sock. And then he's got his white mittens in the front with his extra thumbs and the extra 2 claws in the front. So he definitely looks like he has mittens. And he's pretty good. When you play with him, his strings and his catchies are pretty good. But I was showing stuff off. Can you come back here? He's tried to take over Kiki's box. So Kiki's not too happy. But she has her craft box. Come on. All the way over. Go. Come on. Come on. I need to do something. Oh, you're going to sit like any other cat. So anyway. So Woodland Inspired Celeste at our shop has a mystery pack. And so, I got the best pages. I cannot wait. I think they're going to look really good in some of Joey Cardmaker's kit that I want to use next. So, anyway, these are her, die-cut stamped, postage stamp feel. And all these lovely papers. And it's a mystery. You get, 2, 4, 6 pages. She has a hoard of them. I think she just grabs them and goes. So, I just got really lucky. I love all of these. Oh, my gosh. So, I bought those. And, I don't know if her shop, let's see if I have her shop on anything. I don't know if it's on their tag. No, it just says Woodland Inspired. Let me see if I know where I'm going. Okay. So look up, Woodland Inspired in Etsy. But I'll see when I'm looking through other things if I have her, card anywhere. Probably do, but I keep tucking it away. And I'm like, gosh darn it. No, I can't find it. Okay. So got those. And then always look for, these are more not so much, seasonal, but she does the die cut spools. So she does the large ones, and then she does these newer ones. She did them last spring, I guess. She started doing them where it holds 3 like trims, small laces kind of thing. So you can wrap, 3 different ones, and she has all the little notches in them so that you can, where you start, to hold it in place, and then wherever you've cut off, if it works, to hold it in place, your end, so you know where to find it. And so she has all kinds of paper. Hi, baby. She has all kinds of different colors, and she shows you the colors. And so this is one of my favorite. Of course, I'm a purple girl, so. But, I got some more purple and white ones because I go through these like there's no tomorrow. Baby boy, no one wants to see your back end. I know. Oh, you're sitting in the glitter. Oh, no, not good. Oh, glitter. Yeah, he's going to be covered in glitter when we're done here. Bud, that's not good for you. Come on. You can sit in my lap, maybe. Oops, sorry, guys. All right, we'll see if I'll sit in my lap. Okay, so, speaking of glitter, we have all kinds of, we have some new mesh and tulle. There we go. We have a new wine-colored, sort of hard to tell, but a wine-colored snow mesh. Okay. Is that the only new snow mesh I put in? I think so. So many things. But we have a new wine-colored snow mesh. We have a new, almost a tulle, so we have a rose gold, provided by Loretta, Vintage Paper Girl. She brought out the rose gold multi-confetti glitter tulle. It's more of a tulle because it's that softer, lighter weave. And it's pale pink in the background. And then there's all this, you can see all the different, hopefully all the shine. But it's a rose gold color. I didn't bring it all over here, did I? But then we have a new, under Vintage Paper Girl in her category, there is a new golden white tulle with gold sparkly glitter on it. That's a tulle. It's called Lorette's Ultimate Favorite Year-Round Tulle. That's on her side of the shop to make it easy to find. There's 2 new blue snowflakes. I'm about to be under the other snowflake and can't, So we found this. This is the white one, which I'm using today. And there's a bright blue, and there's a sort of a royal to medium blue one. There's a set where you can get all 3, and then you can get the 2 blues by themselves. White was very limited. So I'm using it where I can. It's in some of my other glitters. I've got, green and white snowflake, and green tulle, white snowflake, and red candy cane tulles. But there's a lot of things. Like, look under the holiday. There's an autumn, winter, Christmas category that has, of course, things that are obviously within those field of the mesh. We have gems. We have, I'll have new snowflake cut, wood cut, die cuts up soon. because I call them a die cut, but they're, you know, wood, like little wood-based pieces. I think a set of 9 of those will be up, so you get one of every style. So we've got a new set of, you know, more snowflakes coming up because I can't help myself. I found them, I want them for myself, but I'll go get them. But I want to do a setup for you guys if you like snowflakes and want to be able to paint them and add them in, right? And then Gail is working on a retreat journal using my Dashing Through Winter. Lorette at Vintage Paper Girl has a journal, I think, using a file folder journal cover, I think it's a journal. I can't remember if it's a folio, if it's an ephemera holder or a journal. She has a lot going on right now, but I know she's using my Dashing Through Winter. This is what I did last year or the year before when I brought it out, probably 2 years ago. I don't think I did anything Christmas last year. So when this came out 2 years ago, one of the last things I created after his death, I did this fun file folder sort of flip-flop type of piece, right? I was attempting sort of a different type of flip-flop since we were doing a lot of them that year. And this one just has this lovely cover that you can open up, and everything is tucked in. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets, and each one has, you know, something tucked into it, right? So I did these little hide a whole word with the little tags so you can write on the back of it, because these pockets do go all the way down since I just glued down the sides. I didn't glue like bottoms of some of these diagonals. Use that as a frame. That one I left blank, right? So you can see, you know, where we started doing the pockets, but this was great because I could put a bunch of my ephemera right in here. Aren't they cute? Oh, I love them. So, this was fun. I did glue them good. Yeah, I did do those. And see, two I didn't prep. I'm like, oh my gosh, how dare I? Hold on, since we're standing here. I did the outside, but I don't know if I did the inside. Well, a little bit, but not really, huh? Oh, wow, how rude. You always miss one, right? There's no way you don't miss at least one when you're working on stuff. I even decorated it. That's so funny. So I have this cute little folio journal. There is a journal in it that can be, it's very simple papers. Now this one, it looks like I put silver around the outside, so I might not have gotten, no, I just, that one I did, it's just all silver. Okay. So there you go. Pretty little piece. Just thought it was fun. It was unusual. You know, we have our tag here, so I put sort of hard bookmark, took a packing tag, and we decorated it up to hide any actual, you know, wording, but use bits and pieces from the kit, and you can just, it's nice and thick, so it actually works really well in here. This is one of my favorite, probably a Michael's thing, trim for snowflakes, and I'm going to be really bummed whenever I run out. Oh, anyway, okay, so, and then it has totally one more, where the inside flap actually opens up, and there's this writing pocket here that has more stuff in it. I have more journal cards in here, right? All my extra journal cards are sitting in here. So, isn't that cute? Now you could write over, it's a little temperamental, it's more of a pocket, I think, than a journaling space, but you could decide to glue down a card, you know, glue something down, or just to the top, put a piece of paper here, write on it. You can flip it out and still see what's underneath it, but it really does hold the journal cards well, right? And it's tucked in there, so that closes back up, but on the inside, it is a little tricky with that back page, I did notice, because of the envelopes. Gotta be careful. So we just have the inside cover, and this does have a very cute, simple 24 page, I think it is, like 24 writing page type papers. Just all kinds of fun pieces that we had left over from the flip-flop vintage Christmas that I was doing, along with some scraps, papers, pages, things that are just really pretty, things that, you know, that flips out. You can write on here, and you have journal cards there. We were doing a lot of the flip-flop journals at that point, so this was sort of just a finishing up with that kind of thing where things were tucked, things were tabbed. This opens up. You have more pockets. I turned journal cards into pockets so that I could put, you know, more pieces in here. That is actually 2 pieces. Like this one even just is, you know, it's that trifold on the bottom, so you can write on it, close it up, you know, and tuck it in. So plenty of little writing pieces to work with, and plenty of places to hide. Now the nice thing about this one was, though, I didn't sew it in. For whatever reason, I decided not to. I don't remember the feeling, but I did sew the the journal together, so it's sewn its natural way, but you have a rubber band here to pull it in and out of. So if it's too difficult because of some of the flips and flops in the hardcover, right, in this hardcover, this sort of makes it too hard to lay flat to write in. You can take this little 24 page, I think it's 24 pages, and you can, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So 22, but some of these do flip out to give you sort of extra length. So 22 pages to actually physically write on, with a few, extra pieces and things to play with. So why not? It's just a cute little book. It may just be more photos, memories, jaunts, to-dos, favorites, right, for the season. Maybe you want something to record all the movies you watch, all the songs you like, the radio stations, I don't know, sometimes it's fun to have a list of all your favorite things. Instead of doing a holiday bucket list, it's like, what did we do this year? What do we want to do? What do we want to remember? Did we do Coat Drive? Did we do Salvation Army? Did we watch this movie or that? Like, that kind of thing, right? I think sometimes the memory to-do list kind of deals are just as fun to record in smaller journals, especially when they're fun like this, to have. So this is something I'm debating on putting up for sale. So you can message me here or on the Etsy shop and say, yeah, I'd love something like that. And I would love to get it via PayPal or Etsy, don't care which one. We can go that way, or when I get a moment, I will put it up for sale. But yeah, I thought it was really cute and it was sweet, and it's sitting in my stash, and I should probably do it myself. I should do something just like this, very much, the ins and outs and the hooplas of it all, right? So there is that. There's some shares to be in the shop. We're constantly trying to stock to get those last minute Christmas ideas and holidays and all that jazz. So here's inside this book real quick before we decorate it and make it complete. And as you can see, there is glitter everywhere. So all the glitter tulle and all the glitter mesh and snow mesh that we've bought is definitely crazy. If you saw my reel, I put it on, I think, Instagram, and it went into my Facebook stories. I think I did my story for 24 hours, so probably not. But the struggle is real. Glitter everywhere. I go to cut this stuff off my cutting board, and there's just this, you can see this gleam as you move the camera or the photo around. You can see all this red and gold and green glitter just swamping my cutting board for all 36 inches because I lay it out by the yard. And it's just, I have to take baby wipes at some point and just like wipe it all down to start fresh. But just the snowflake just laying on here has left beautiful iridescent glitter all over the book. Right. So I did do, and I'm sort of kicking myself because I couldn't remember if we were going to wrap stuff around this and then I was going to sew through so we could see the try signature. I love doing it when I can see this, if I want to glue in things, if I want to play with things, tie-in beads, whatever. I love doing this. And then I was like, oh, well, that doesn't make any sense if I end up covering it. But then I'm thinking about not covering this in traditional sense. I don't think I want to bend this. Because I think it's just going to keep bunching up every time you open it. I do it, I'd have to glue here and leave this open for room to maneuver. So it'd be bending all the time. So as much as I hate to do it, I'm really thinking that we're going to cut this and glue it very well to the paper, to the book. So it doesn't unravel. And then that way here, I'm thinking that we have a combination of sticker. We have my favorite, I know, and I covered it in paper at the time because I needed it to work. I can do this where we can still see it. I can still, with this in place, I could still sew if I have any iridescent beads or can find some in between. That's actually what I'm thinking, actually. I like this one too, but I don't know if one on top of the other would be too much. And we can really snowflake this up. Because it is a snowflake journal. No doubt about it. We could do it double this way, put the sticker on top of the felt, and then in between all that, because this is, we could definitely sew iridescent beads throughout on that middle section, right? Leaving the outside ones as they are. As you can see, I'm a little off centered. This first one, I got too far out. I was like, it doesn't really affect the lineup, but I was a little bummed. So I was like, yeah, I sort of want to hide that, but, had that, but I think it's too blue. So maybe, we'll use the 2 snowflakes, and then I will go find myself some small iridescent beads that I can still get a needle through. And we can sew them with clear stitch work, in places in between the snowflakes to get more dimension on the end. Not so much where it rolls and gets in the way, because I did do that to one journal. Got them way too big. But in some ways it was fun, because when you opened it, it just sort of rolled. So it kept the book sort of level. It was actually interesting. I'm surprised it even did that. I was like, okay. So we have some design work there. But again, maybe we'll do that first. Then we have the front. But we got that going. Anyway, so I did count this, and it's a 60-page journal. It's 3 signatures, 20 writing pages with stuff in the beginning and the end. So it's been a while. We have our fabric lace and tulle pockets. So just, nice and deep for those. Each signature has a front and back and middle that's decorated heavily, right, with this beautiful kit. It's a snowflake kit from, I believe, Ink and Paper Journal. Is that right? It's Ink and Paper, Ink and Page Journal, digital shop. And so it came out last year. So I embossed some of these. I've glued, I've glittered, I've done everything under the sun. You do have the inner page, which you could photograph, whatever. But then you have, 10 pages per side of the signature that are coffee dyed in blue. Cute little snowflake in here, because how could you not have a snowflake in there? And then the middle. And the middle either has a pocket, or either just decorative or some kind of pocket. Like this one, it has fun stuff, and you can put a large journal card in here. And then you have 10 more pages, right? There's a snowflake on the other end of the signature, decorate again in the back. So each signature is pretty much the same in that retrospect, minus different snowflakes and things. The middles are different. Like this has 2 journal cards, a tag and a journal card to write on. In the middle here, this one is just decorative since it is the middle of the book. It's your middle of your second signature. It's the middle of your book. It's just more 3D and very pretty to look at. All right, and then the back's all decorated. Second one, it's just here. There are things that are loose because they are fuzzy underneath. They're fluffy foam pockets, so there's dimension. I didn't do things too flat on this one. This is actually, not even sewn in. And I need to glue that on a belly band. I'm like, it's folded, but was I supposed to? No, I changed to make that to a belly band. Luckily, did not lose it. Oh, interesting. The back of this, the inside of this one. Yeah, so here I actually did it I used the tags, right, to make a tri-pocket, almost right, where you can put little tags back behind the big tag. So that's a journal card, so we can pack it here, and this one can get tucked here. So it's definitely, interactive in that sense. So yeah, this one again has a top pocket. Okay, just like the front one. Front signature had a side tuck, like a side tuck large pocket. This one has a top pocket, and then we have another pocket back here. So we have more journal cards and tags to write on and decorate as you see fit. And then the back is decorated, and then you have a back pocket also. Pretty tight pocket though, so it's something that definitely, you will slide in small greeting cards, more journal cards, journal tags, things like that, pieces of paper, letters, notes, things that you can keep pretty flat. Now they all are, they are all sewn. The front and back one right now, these are sort of short, and I'm debating whether just to cut them short and leave them here, front and back. But the middle one is definitely, because it's tied on the bottom, is long. And I do have silver snowflakes. Where are my silver snowflakes? And I will add them to it, because I know I have silver snowflakes. We have them in the shop. A couple left, I think. I think I have a few left in the shop. Of course, where do I have them? So, well, they do exist. I just don't know where I put them, because I have a lot of different things. Well, rude. I have them somewhere. I know I do. I just haven't found them yet. Here are the brads. I hope I have snowflakes. I would have hoped I would put some aside for myself. Wouldn't that have been sad? I'm like, I sold them all off, which sometimes happens. Sometimes I do not have any extras. Because there are so many. Because there's the extra Christmas ones. Now, I might have a snowflake or two in the Christmas ones, but they're gold based. The backing is gold. So that doesn't help me at all. I have a lot of things in here, but these are all hearts and roses. And my keys and snowflakes and stuff. Not snowflakes, I was just saying that right. No, those are the keys and the hearts and stuff like that. And those are Christmas. I know there's a snowflake in here, but they're gold. And I don't have any gold in here. So if you're definitely a silver person, this journal is for you. If you love gold, well, there's no gold in this one. I know I have pretty snowflakes. Oh, it's a blue snowflake. It's a blue snowflake. But it is a gold based. Even that only has gold little. So that would sort of stick out a little oddly for me, personally. And that's red and gold, red and green. So, bummer. I gotta go find to see what I did. If I gave myself any snowflakes. I can't believe I wouldn't. I would just be, but sometimes we buy them from vendors and we barely get enough to make a set for you guys. Make a few, enough sets to sell, and then that's it. There's just really nothing left over. Those would be cute. I mean, they'd definitely be on the bottom and bunch. These are adorable. Aren't these fun? It's the right feel. I'd have to figure out how to sew those in. Right? I mean, wouldn't that be fun? To have that on the bottom. Have to sew it up and glue it, but that could be sort of fun on the bottom, right? Have that hanging. And tighten it up a little bit. That might be fun though. To have that on the bottom. Okay, I'll put that aside. I had to look at my box. I bet you they're in the bottom of my box. And I mean, I didn't even go through. I mean, I just started going through my box and it was like, oh my gosh, there's so much here. I mean, we really did pull quite a bit of things for this when we started, and it's just been forever. So I will try to find some. We'll do the ball and maybe a couple snowflakes on the bottom of this one, but I think we're going to trim up the others because, or I'll leave them and you can trim them up. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave them. So if you guys have more, you could add your own to these strings, and if not, then you can bow them or cut them as you see fit. How's that? I hate removing options from people, right? Sometimes you want to make that special touch. So let's get going. It sounds like I'm selling this, guys. I love it, and I am in love with it. I just don't know if I have enough to fill it. And it doesn't fit the theme of our year. Like, we are so going Christmas vintage this year. And, you know, my youngest this is not her cup of tea at all. She is not, like, wintry, whatever. I don't even know what my youngest is into right now when it comes to Christmas. She's all stoked with the red and green right now, so, hold on, this is a very weird video. I'm sorry, guys. It's a lot of chat, it's a lot of show, it's a lot of, you know, because, well, I'm out of sorts, and I haven't been able to craft, and my mindset wants to, but, like, physically my body is like, no, I don't really want to. Is that sad? Is that bad? Is that bad? I've been very busy with the business. I've been busy with, we're coming into full-blown season with the girls, or the youngest, her color guard. And she is, they just had the Veterans Parade, and we did it in the rain. Yeah, it rained, of course, the whole time. And we just got them dressed. It starts raining, so we're hiding. And then we throw ponchos on them. And our director got out a little too early. He didn't have to walk as far as we thought to get to downtown. We showed up way too early. So luckily it's like 2 blocks away to the high school. So we go and beg for mercy and ask if we can hang in their band room until their kids start showing up to at least give us a reprieve. And we were able to then open up the cafeterias to give them a few more minutes to warm up, and our kids to warm up and stay as dry as possible. But they got soaking wet on the way over there. Us parents are just drenched. You know, ponchos, layers, and everything else just didn't seem to make a difference. Oh, jeez. So I'm trying to make sure not to overdo it. That was Monday, so it's like, okay, well, I don't want to work too hard. If I can help it, try to rest a little bit. So I don't want to get sick. Oh my God, no. I'm like, no. And we're hoping all the kids, you know, we were able to keep them dry enough to not be sick. So I am just sort of splotching. It's a little like dusting them off, little, do I have silver glitter? I think I probably run out of my, oh, it's up there. Like, I feel like we need to do some glitter on this before I even glue it down. Because I want to glue it down as a belly band, I think. It's supposed to be in the middle. Or not the middle. Where did I put the rest of them? I know they're on both sides, and I don't have one on both sides for this last one. I do not have an extra. I think I had a problem when I was cutting this one, so I only got 2. I I had that short one, I have the large, like, more vertical one, and then I have, you know, the normal one, and then I have this one. And I'm like, whoops, well, what are you going to do? I'm trying to see how many pages in I went with the second page in. So, it looked like it was in the front. So, okay. It does sort of, I'm wondering if I want to put it in the back. More like, it's the last minute, throw an invitation in there, throw something for the end of the year, for Christmas or New Year's, or maybe, I hate to not have anything in that one, but unless we did it on this, like what if we just plopped it on the back page, and that way you could tuck something into it, but it really didn't infringe on any, ooh, hold on, give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. I had a brain fart. I didn't touch any of those, did I? Because these are all blue, and it looks like I did extra blue on them. Nope, those are just blue. But I didn't do anything on the papers. Oh, geez. Well, this one's bugging me, so it's going to get some ink on it. I do have a new blue, but I don't know. I don't want it to go too green on me. It's just the ends here a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely not ready to go. I don't have a lot of them, but I feel like the ends need to be a little touched here because, you know, it gives it more depth and it gives it a little bit more feel. So I guess maybe we're not going to get to the cover today. I don't know. I hem and haw about it anyway. Sometimes my covers are not what I'm doing, and I'm a people pleaser. I want people to love it, and I want to try to make everybody happy, and what would they want, and what do they do, and you never know, right? So it's hard to wonder, you know, you want to do your likes, but that may not be someone else's likes, so you have to be like, well, how do I design and craft and hope somebody likes it, right? Trying not to get anything on the lace there. But what are you all been up to? Oh, I'm assuming Christmas is forefront of your minds. If you design for Christmas, if you do crafts for Christmas to sell, because I know the craft fairs are coming up for most places. We do a lot of them. It's starting in start Thanksgiving weekend, and it's Thanksgiving weekend being late this year. The 27th is right, is Christmas, or 28th. 28th is Thanksgiving. So, because the 30th is Saturday. So yeah, 28th, which I didn't realize the 28th. I'm like, oh, really? So it's 24th or 27th, I thought. So I don't know. Just the weirdness of it all, right? Take a leap year and it throws everything off. So yeah, we've got, you know, a very late Thanksgiving, which means then we are literally like, I am prepping for Christmas, 29th, 30th, and 1st of December. On top of what we call Lights On Parade, which are downtown, you know, like, it's our version of like the New York Parade, right? The New York Thanksgiving Parade. We do the same thing. We have everybody in town, every business, every organization, nonprofit, band, dance. You know, we have, you know, karate groups and rollerbladers, you know, the, roller derbies and bike clubs and everybody who does anything, kids, youth, adult, whatever, or rodeos. I mean, everything is represented for our county in this lovely parade. You know, Thanksgiving's on Thursday. We do this beautiful thing on Saturday night. It gets dark by 5:30. It's dark, so we step off, all lit up, and we parade through downtown, which is lit up in its own right. The businesses try to light up their windows, try to do a display and put lights on it, hence the word lights on parade. Our trees are lit up. We have, you know, during the middle of downtown, there's actually all the zigzagged lights above our heads, right? Beautiful, beautiful things. And so I just want to make sure I got them all. There's not that many, but so yeah, and it's a great, you know, 1 hour plus event, you know, watching them all come through. We get anywhere from 60 to 80 plus participants that have their floats, their rides, their just, you know, their performances, and my daughter's band being the junior high band and the high school band are, of course, one of them. So Veterans was a great the Vets Parade was a great trial run to see like how long it took us, how long it took us to get down there, and dealing with the rain. Because we've had it be raining on Lights on Parade. We've had it like in the 60s, and we're like, oh, it's comfortable enough. We've done it all. So, it's very, So anyway, we're thinking about it back here, right? So, but I wanted to see if I wanted to do some glitter on here. Whether to draw it or, sorry guys. I have my favorite glitter glue. So what I'm thinking is while we're working on the cover, since we still have some time, hopefully you're still hanging out with me in my craziness. Let's do some line design work here with glitter to enhance this lovely snowflake belly band. Yeah, I forgot I was supposed to put this in. Or a tuck, maybe even if it was a tuck, but I don't know if I want to, maybe I'm going to leave it as a tuck. I think the thought is by itself it wasn't going to hold up. Hello, come on. It's cold out. We went from warm to cold. So my glitter here, my puff pink glitter, doesn't want to come out. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just was hoping for something that's not doing exactly what I was hoping for. Where are the pins? Where are the pins? But yeah, so anyway, yeah, we're coming into, if you're, a craft fair season, right? We start with Thanksgiving weekend most times. We have maybe one before, the weekend before, we might have a few places that start up. Then of course we have our craft fairs and our whatever, holiday boutiques, weekend of Christmas, weekend of Thanksgiving. And of course the weekend after, maybe even the second one after that, we'll see. It feels like such a short season. Oh my gosh. We're going to have these fairs probably right up too for last minute shopping because people are going to be scrounging quick going, oh my gosh, it's here. Like we're celebrating early. We're doing Christmas early in the beginning of the month with my daughter's 18th birthday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go shopping like now for the little ones and decide if I'm doing anything for the couples. Because yeah, no, I have it on my fingers, so I'm just going to sort of splotch it. Yeah, I got to decide. Everybody's showing up. I'm like, well, what are we going to do? What am I doing? And I don't have all December to buy it and get it shipped out, It's like, they're showing up. I need to think of something here. What can I make or put together or something? Oh my goodness. But I do have little kids to shop for, They're coming down, hopefully. So with my nieces and nephews, they're going to be able to be here. And like, oh, well, you have to have something. Why, yeah, I guess I could go, well, never mind. So sorry. I got to ship it to you and you got to wait till Christmas. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'll talk to my brother and see what he thinks. Do you want me to give them something later to open, or do we want to do something now? Like, do you want to do it, I know my mom's doing some stuff for them, but the kiddos, they've got some things coming their way, which will be fun since when they're visiting here, they'll have something to do, but that works. That helps. Give it a little dimension. We'll see. But I think it needs to be a tuck. So that's a little different here. I mean, a tuck on the back page here still works. I think we're going to flip that around, actually. I wonder if I have that other mesh. I'm wondering to try to make it a little bit more substantial because I feel like it's just on a piece of paper, right? So if we could glue it down to the snow mesh really tight, then we could tuck everything behind, because the snow mesh definitely has, for the most part, the bunchier stuff is on one side and it's just a thin on the other. So there is sort of a top and bottom to your snowflake accent mesh. So I'm wondering, I want to make it a belly band or even a tuck. We need something. So we'll let this dry, and then I'll put it underneath this, whatever, and I'll glue it on, and then I just have to decide if I want to tuck it. And if so, then maybe it's on the end cap. Maybe we don't make it a tuck in here to make it bulky. Maybe we do it on the end, right? Could even put it here. But, maybe here. I don't know. It's such decisions. Maybe we'll make it a tuck on this back page, and you can tuck it in this way instead of just a belly band in the middle, which sometimes can be a little flimsy if you're not careful. So we'll make that a tuck out here, and then I'll find a journal card or a few things to tuck into it, of course, so you can see it, which will be nice because it'll be sort of open, so you can sort of see the journal card and whatnot that's underneath it. So that's always a pleasure. And where's the top? There we go. Okay. So, hey, we had some work to do on the inside that I totally forgot about. It's been, I mean, it really, I think I put this down, guys, end of July for you guys, 1st of August, and I thought, okay, we'll finish it later, and I haven't touched it since. Now, this stuff definitely has a front and back to a point. It's hard to see on the white, but there is a little bit more of a whiter side. Nah, not so much on this one. In the blues, there's definitely a difference. So it's just sort of figuring out what side you like better. And I think it's this one. We're going to do it here or so. I'm not going to go all the way over. I do want that difference, I think. I don't know if I want to cover it all the way or not. Maybe I will. I know I'm dreading this cut. But the goal is to then glue. There's a line here. And I might have to glue the one side, like glue back and forth a little bit, let it dry, and then cut it to make sure, like we do with bridal laces, where you don't want all the rhinestones and stuff to come unraveled. I'm going to treat it the same way, because I bet you this it's pretty firm. It is nice at the way it's done. There is some starch or whatever to it, so that it doesn't just bleh and lose its shape. But I think we're going to. I think I'm going to put glitter fabric tack on the back, let it dry, and then carefully, with very tight scissors, cut up this line, because there is a line right here. And we're going to do one half on the front, and I'm going to put it on the end. There's a binding seam or spine indent. So we're going to put that right on the inside here so it doesn't interfere at all with any of the movement. This, I think, will go all the way across. I was debating on that, but I think we're just going to do it. I'm thinking about going back here so that there was like the two tones, but I think we need that all around to help sort of blend it. So this, I think, is going in the middle. We've got this over the top to sort of tone down the blue, give us dimension. I had made this last year for a different decor piece, but I love the coloring. Pull some of the lighter blues, and I can do this just about any way. Trying to keep most of it on the page, but maybe we'll leave a little bit off. I don't know how I want to do this, or whether I do it that way so that just really nothing's off the page. So that sits there. And then I'm thinking, once this is cut, we need to accent certain points. I've got 2 circles here. I got a couple obvious dotted areas within the design up here. So with our different things, I want to accent, I think what I do is I want to put, not the large ones, but some of these medium small ones. I got small and medium. I want to accent this with it, within certain like areas. And then I found 2 different sizes of rhinestones. Iridescent, very, good. 3 sizes. So we have 3 sizes easily of these rhinestones. And I feel like we could put them in the middle of the snowflakes. There are little dots in some places, so maybe we will accent with little, they're coming off, little rhinestones right in between things, which just really give it a multifunctional feeling of decor. But nothing so bulky that when we open it, I hope, that it feels like it hinders on our writing, right? We don't want to hinder the writing. I do love covers and stuff, but then I end up getting too crazy, and I'm like, well, I can't open the book and actually write on the page because it is literally in the way. These things are sticking to me. Super cute. Leave it over there. They're sticking to this. This is a part of my sister-in-law's collection of stuff that she sent me, which has been a godsend. My daughter did a sunrise, 8th grade sunrise event, and they got to wear, whoever, guys and girls, got to decorate like the old like Burger King type crown type thing. And she had to be at a doctor's appointment that day, so she missed lunch. And when they were decorating them, and we didn't know it was that day. We thought it was gonna be the next day. And I was like, Ani, I'm so sorry I didn't know it. So I went to Dollar Tree and I found a 5-pack of silver crowns because they didn't, they don't do gold crowns. And I came home and raided my rhinestone collection, my faux gemstone rhinestone sticker collection, from her aunt, my sister-in-law. And we were able to, she was able to decorate her crown to look very different from everybody else's, which was sort of cute in its own right. So she was stoked. But thank God for, collecting and keeping and never throwing away a craft project, a craft stock, because you never know. I was like, here, I had flowers and blues and greens and silvers, and so she had fun. She decorated her crown. So, okay, so I think, in between the white glittery, we're going to add some small gems everywhere. Maybe not this big. I don't know. Maybe we have a few. We have to do maybe a couple. I don't know about that big. I think this big is really too big. But then again, this size not bad. I think maybe more this size in the middle of some of them. Well, we got little ones and we got big ones. So we do have different sizes. I could get one or two really large ones in there in a couple spots. We've got medium-sized ones. We can go a little smaller. When the holes get smaller and the snowflakes get smaller, so will the gemstones. So we'll do gems here. We'll do pearls on here. We have her here. We definitely need something here in the middle. And that, my dear, I think needs to be that size. Let's see. I don't know if any of the glue, sticky stuff will come off with it. We may have to go back and do some glitter glue. Did that just break? What did I just break? Ooh, I heard something snap. So I probably pushed on this too hard because it's like 3 different things that I put together. But that's okay. We'll enforce it if we have to. So yeah, we're going to accent with pearls. We're going to accent with rhinestones. Right? And we're then mesh and glue and all that jazz. So we do have a little bit of work to do. But at least you got to see what I'm thinking about. And next time, the next video I get, or it'll be a quick under 5-minute deal, I can always show you the front cover. Or a reel. I don't know. I could do a reel. I could do a reel or a short. So you can see it in that 1 minute, and that may be what it is. But, and then maybe we'll do a post stating, hey, yeah, there's a short up. Please go look at it. But yeah, I'm going to have to glue that. See which side I want up. It's really hard to tell if there's a front, top, or bottom. That looks like the bottom. It's just how it's sort of embosses. So yeah, I need to glue this side. So what if we work on the binding real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. But I'm so sorry I've been gone so long, and I'm so happy and so appreciative of everything you guys have done in supporting the shop. That's what's keeping me busy. That's what's keeping me away from doing any crafts. And this is what I've got going and what we're working on. And as I said, I probably... Ooh, what did I just do? Is that what I wanted to do? I always get... Oh, I needed to keep that one. Okay, well, that's all right. Well, I need all of it up there, though. I think. Bummer. Okay, cut the wrong thing. That's okay. I was like, why does that look the same? I don't mind. I love my little pieces. I will use those little pieces. That is the funny part. I do not waste anything on that end because I think they're so cute and they're little and there's a tiny corner and it's, I don't know, it could be peeking out of something and it's totally worth it, right? So what I was thinking is, yeah, we would just sort of center it here and we'll put the silver on top of that, and then I have to go find, I don't know if I have any little iridescent beads. I may have to go get some little iridescent beads. Bummer, right? But one thing I don't have, I'm gonna have to go find. Yeah, luckily now I'm in Gilroy every other day. I have a moment to go stop by Michael's. Michael's Dollar Tree. It's bad. It's gonna be a problem. Like, oh no. Before I wasn't out enough, or I wasn't driving by, so I just was like, oh, I can't go. Oh, shucks. Now I'm like, oh, well, I'm in town. And when I'm in town, they're definitely open. And I'm like, oh, well, there's no stopping me. Okay, that's not good. Oops. No, but it means I can find stuff and do things and get ideas and look for new supplies for you guys. You know, well, that's a good idea. Well, let me see where I can find that. Sometimes it's only a Dollar Tree, and not everybody has a Dollar Tree, and not everybody has everything we have at a Dollar Tree. And there's a lot of times, you know, we don't have a lot in Dollar Tree. Our physical Dollar Trees, I don't know. It's okay. It's not as stocked as we'd like anymore. Not in the way we want it. And then, so I'm going to have to go back underneath and try not to squish this too badly. We're going to have to do every one of these guys so that they don't stick up. We want them to glue down. It's okay they stick out this way. I just don't want them to pop up every 5 seconds and then they get ripped and torn and damaged, right? So we're going to glue these guys down. So it means the more glue I use, the less like this is coming up. This is staying no matter what, but I do like it. I like the idea of trying to sew something through it. So yeah, I definitely need a micro stop because I have a feeling they're the only ones I hope will have the iridescent itty bitty gems or itty bitty beads that I need, and hope that I have a thin enough needle. I do a lot of handwork, so I probably have the smaller needles from sewing and all that. Though when you hand stitch, you don't actually want an itty bitty needle. It hurts too much. You want a slightly thicker one, but I have quite a few now, from sewing to hand stitch to now with, doing this. You have the much bigger needles. I was doing something and I needed to, my daughter's corset for her steampunk. It's sort of like an apron, but it adjusted at the waist. It didn't adjust at the neck. And so it was way too long. So it was hanging weird on her. So I had to, gather it in the back. And so I had a hand stitch. So I had to get my book binding needles out, because this was a type of, sort of a synthetic leather, but it was thick. And so I needed some serious, pliers and needles to get through it. So I was really stoked I had them. I was like, oh, and I had the thread, and I can totally do my leather bound work. Woohoo! So there we go. So we got the basics down, so they shouldn't come up. Little edges are fine. Gives it some dimension. But that keeps us from... And then, I use it sometimes in my... And I could go farther down if I wanted to help cinch it and give it some more dimension. Let's do that. Okay, so this one I'll cut properly. Doop, doop. And we'll start on this end and see what happens. It is a sticker, which is great. It gives me a starting point. And then, if I have to, if it's not sticking, then I can go back with glitter glue or fabric glue and just sort of Alright, guys. Reinforce it. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Am I off camera? I didn't even look. No, I'm not, actually. Haha! What a shocker. Hopefully I have not been off camera this whole time. I'm way out of practice. I put everything down. It looked okay, but that doesn't mean I paid attention. Very out of whack. I'm tired. I ended up, you guys rocked it so well this weekend that I pretty much was up for 36 hours trying to get caught up. I couldn't, between life and house and work, I could not get caught up. Every time I thought I made a dent, a tiny dent in the orders, you guys would support some more. And I was like, yay, but oh my gosh, I couldn't catch up. And that is off centered. Oh no. And so finally I gave up. I was like, well, I had to get yard work done. I had to winterize the backyard because we got rain on Monday. So I'm so glad I did that. And so my dad came over to help and trimmed back the trees away from the house so that they weren't in the gutter. Made sure the gutters were cleaned out. Got a smaller tree away from the chimney, so there was no issues there. So when I wanted to do my first fire, nothing would catch. I mean, we have the flume and all the proper stuff, but even the fireplace guy was like, yeah, it's creeping a little bit over here. We don't want to take chances, And so we cleaned that up, and I got everything off the decks. So it's all bunched up and stacked and covered. And it's on the deck, but I create a few areas so the cats can go underneath, sort of like a tent area. And then the bench is now, though the cushions are covered, then I wrap those bagged cushions with blankets that I can pull off and wash at any time, and not ruin the cushions. So the cats can have somewhere to sleep when it's not, crazy out, or they got caught, or, because I have one cat that doesn't want to come in much, and when the other two are out, I want them to have somewhere to sleep, because they're used to sleeping on cushions and chairs, and yeah. So I had to do all that this weekend, and the girls wanted some time. We wanted to watch some movies, and I just was running out of time, and so I was like, well, okay, what are you gonna do? And so I hung out with them till 10 o'clock Saturday night, and then I came out here, guys, and I worked, and I got your orders done and ready and prepped. So I got up at 7:45 on Saturday morning, and I didn't go to bed. I fell asleep at 6:30 Sunday night. Yeah, I crashed at 6:30 Sunday night on the couch. The girls were like, do we take her? What do we do? And no, let's just leave her. She'll wake up when she wants to. And of course, I was like, okay, whatever. And I heard him, I can't not. I was just going to sleep. And I was like, I really don't want to sleep here. I want to sleep in bed. But I went to get to my room and realized I needed to make my bed. I had pulled off my sheets to put on flannels and forgot. So it's 7 o'clock at night, and I'm like, but I'm tired. And so, yeah, but I didn't want to sleep on the couch. So I was like, nope, I got to make my bed. Of course, I make my bed and forget to put my flat sheet on. I was so excited about putting on flannels that I got the fitted sheet on, and then I went and put my comforter on, and I look over and there's my flat sheet folded in a weird spot on my dresser or something like that. And I went, oh, never mind, I'll deal with that later. That I'll deal with later. I'll just throw on my PJ pants and top. I'll be fine. I'll make do. It was crazy though. So yeah, it was a long day, but I got all caught up, and now I can breathe. My inventory's all caught up. It was just everything. I just knew that things were going, and I want to make sure I have stuff for you guys. I'm waiting on 2 items that, someone asked if I was going to have something in stock, and I'm like, it's coming. It's, Amazon had a slight hiccup, and for one thing I bought, and other things, they come and they say they're on their way, but this, we're getting into that weird season. We're getting inventories just as hard to get in as it is to get you guys the purchases, so I think we're going to glue that down, and I prefer, no, that's the way I want to do it. So yeah, it's sort of crazy. I don't know whether to cut it before or after, because it is in a weird spot, and if I do it, I have some playroom, but you know me cutting straight. I see the line, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for me, and I don't want to. These are, luckily some of the manufacturers give it to me in the 6 inches that I need. Others give me large sheets, so I have to cut it down to 5 or 6 inches for you guys. Thank God for, cutting boards and rulers, and fabric rulers and stuff, but I think I have the line, but I just don't know if I can keep it without help. Right? More struggle. Struggle's real, which I've been using also. I've also been using a rolly thing. A fabric cutter roll thing. I can't even think of the name of it right now. So I've been doing this very differently, and so yeah, that helps too. But where is my ruler? There it is. Maybe I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. Haha, right? Haha, let's see. The hard part is figuring out if I'm flat both ways. So if that's supposedly straight and that's straight on the bottom, let's do this. Wouldn't think it to be my best cutting. It's not really meant to cut this, but well, it'll work. I'm holding my ruler down really tight, but I'm not cutting so tight that I'm doing it in my board or anything like that. And let's see, we're just going to go up to that folded line, and that sort of gives me a starting point. Okay. But yeah, it was just the only way I could get caught up, guys. Otherwise, no one was going to see their orders this week. We can't have that. We want you to have your orders. And that is definitely crooked. It did not, at the end there, it did not. I thought it moved and it hadn't. Okay. So either I'm going to have to recut this on a straightaway in a little bit so I can pull it out some. I think we're going to go back to my original thought. I think I'm just going to do that overlay over here like I thought. Or, I wonder if I can fix this by, fix it. Maybe we do this and I flip it over. I know it's going to, we'll just turn it upside down, which luckily this is not directional in any sense. So if I can do this, right, sort of trim it on the ends, then it will be a little rougher. Not in a bad way rougher, but just, we put it upside down. And, trying to see, can't really tell, we put it in the right spot. We can flatten it here. I've got it up here. I will have to very carefully glue it down, and then we're going to have to very carefully cut across here. But if this is sort of jagged and whatnot, at least has a reason for it. Sorry, I'm thinking where it's going to make sense, where it's going to have like the most impact. Because it may be that if I cut this a little shorter on purpose, where you can see that blue as another blue, with the white here, we have a tone blue, we have fabric over blue and blue, over to 2 blues, and then on the end we just see that solid blue. it sort of gives us a solid blue on one and a solid blue paper on the other, different tones. And then this is just something that is, you know, hanging over in whatever fashion I can get this in. So yeah, let me see if I can cut down here a little bit. Straighter, because this is even worse than anything else I do. I'm like, I cannot. You would think this would be easy, but everything is sort of tilted, and everything is, not tilted, but everything is bowed. I was having a problem with vellum the other day. I was just like, it was moving, and I'm like, no. You're not supposed to do what you're doing. I need to, you know, cut you straight, and you're literally curving as we speak. And yeah, even that's not. I think because it's so thin, it's really hard to do. I'm getting there. I think it's a little bit of a ripple. It's not bad. Actually, it's not that bad. I mean, it gives it something fun. Like we do with ripped paper, right? It's just a lighter version of the concept, so. Oh, before I make any more dent, it's going to be fun. It's one of those things like you go to trim the bush and you make one wrong cut and the shrub is now down to bare minimum because you keep trying to even it out. Yeah, I sort of hacked a little bit at my poor wisteria too. Or not wisteria, my bougainvillea. Yeah. Poor baby. It definitely cut the underside and left it sort of like a top, have a flat top on it. He was so happy. I felt so bad. I was like, well, okay, you need to do something. So it's definitely, the underbrush is all cleaned up and, well, it's going to get cold. Like, it was, we barely hit 56 on Monday with the rain. We didn't quite get hail, but we were debating on that. Like, are we going to get there? Could we? I don't know if the Sierra Nevadas or anything else was going to get any snow with our rain. So if they were expecting snow, then we could have gotten hail, but I don't think it never, as much as it rained, we didn't get hail. I was really shocked. And my glue is definitely tacky. Oh, not so good. And it's too cold. I didn't quite do my job. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've hemmed and hawed here enough. We're getting started. We're getting something going. You got to see the update, the touch-ups. Here's what we have going. And, you know, this project we're almost finished with. I just got to get this front cover done up so that it is ready to go for its owner. Yeah, I think it's a little too much for me this year. I don't think it's going to do what I want it to do. And since my daughter is not doing a blue snowy feel that she normally does, I don't know if it's the journal for us this year. So I'm wondering, you know, if there's someone out there who loves snowflakes in winter and wants to be able to do a December daily type or deal for December and January kind of deal. There's 60 pages here. And wants to do that kind of theme and feel and loves snowflakes in blue, it will be up for grabs. So you can leave me a comment here. You can message me on Etsy in either one of my shops, either under a Jewel Design or under Design Journal and Supply. I will put that card up here in a moment. Yeah, so and I can do a custom order, you know, if it needs to be on Etsy, or we can do it through PayPal. I'm okay either way. Because, yeah. But yeah, we do only ship in the U.S., so just in case, we have a few, I know we have a few people out of the country who do watch me, and I love you all for that. But I can't afford to send things out. I don't want to do that to you either. I have no idea how things are going from the U.S. to other countries and back again. So I'd hate to have this get stuck somewhere that I can't retrieve and get back, and you guys can't get. So, you know, then you spent money that I can't replace because, well, I don't have the product back. So, in the post office, if they warn us and say, nope, you can't ship here, and I try anyway, then they're not going to give me any money to refund it to you either, you know. So, right now, until I've got a enterprise that's can handle it, we do just ship in the U.S. Okay. So once that dries, we've got this lovely spine, and like I said, I'll try to find some iridescence, some beads I hope to fill in between, because I think that would be awesome. I'll be in Gilroy on Thursday, so woohoo! We've got that, and I'm going to put that there, and we're going to do this, and then we're going to decorate with pearls and rhinestones all throughout here to hopefully help accentuate the cross points and all that jazz. So that's what we're up to, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching, liking, loving, commenting, sharing your love and what you're up to this right now in November. What's been your projects? What have been your goals? What are you doing? What are you preparing for? Are you just crafting to craft? Are you prepping for craft shows and little shops and last minute projects and gifts for family and friends? Are you shopping, prepping for a shop? What are you doing? Are you struggling? Are you going along? Are you making do for the holiday season and the rush that we're all in? Because, well, some of the season is really short. So, love you all very much. We'll talk to you all very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. It's been a while and it's been crazy, but I really love that you snuck in and said hi and came to see what I was up to. So, love you all very much. I hope to talk to you real soon. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye-bye.